much for being such a great school partner for Outteach. I'd love to hear about how you see this outdoor learning lab improving teaching and learning at the school.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you guys for investing in the school community. So we do look at having this outdoor classroom to further advance our student learning, because as we know, like, learning doesn't just happen inside of the classroom, it happens outside of the classroom as well too. And we want our students to experience the world around them, because that's going to deepen their educational journey, and as well as foster the STEM related, components of what we're trying to teach them at the school as well too.
Great. So I noticed that your school is a STEM school. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So we are a STEM school, but if I could be transparent, we haven't been embodying the STEM elements of it. So with this program, we're now going to start really putting the STEM back into STEM at our school. So our students will be able to engage in that instructional learning from the instructional coaching that we'll get from Outteach. Our students will be able to see all of the coding, engineering, robotic programs that will come not only with just this program here, with the outside resources that we'll then get that will allow them to deepen their understanding of what does it mean to really be a STEM school. Our teachers will get the support in terms of coaching, and so that will further catapult the student achievement for our students as well too. Because people often think that learning just happens through the textbook. It doesn't. It's probably, project-based learning, and that's what this opportunity will foster for our school community as well too.
Well, I met a number of your teachers this morning, and I'm curious what they're saying about the space and how, are they excited?
No, they're super excited, especially to have this here to teach outside of the classroom. That's going to foster such creativity, not just the STEM, but just for their own instructional creativity as well too. So we have this element here, and then up top we have the outdoor classroom there, and it'll allow not only the teachers to be creative, but families as well too. So they'll see what we're doing here, and of course making it the school of choice, because they'll see they really believe in STEM here, and this is what this staple is doing, is letting the community know that we're invested, and this is what we want to do. Yeah.
Great. So, we're Outteach wants to help schools improve student performance, and I think student performance can be much broader than just academic achievement. So how do you see this outdoor space, and particularly the training that we're doing with teachers, helping improve, student performance broadly?
Right. So, of course, with student achievement, people also always think it's just student achievement, the student achievement gap. There's also the opportunity gap as well too. So with this outdoor classroom, we're gonna really close in those opportunity gaps. Teachers will be able to not only have the opportunities out here, but then it'll spark something outside of this that's related to other places around here, whether it's discovery, whether it's the Smithsonian, and really engaging in those partnerships that will then tie into this and broaden our students' opportunities, from here and throughout their educational journeys.
Do you think that there'll also be an impact on school climate?
Oh, for sure. Already you could feel the warmth, the coziness, and then just it also does something for social and emotional learning as well too. To see gardening, oftentimes teachers or people think to handle discipline, it's just a suspension. It's therapeutic to come out here and garden. It's therapeutic just to sit outside and to eat. And sometimes you can also use it as a reward for students to engage in sitting outside with their teacher, having lunch. And then you get more buy-in. For instance, we have students creating art pieces on the playground now. And so they'll be more invested in their community school. And that's what we want. We want it to be the community school. So this is more than just student achievement. It's also hitting opportunity gap, it's hitting social and emotional, and also school climate and culture for our teachers as well too. So this is a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, I love seeing the students that are doing the art projects too, because they're making shell imprints that will then go into the garden, so every student will have some sort of piece of themselves in there.
To represent themselves. There's nothing like that. And then the classes that we have out here are self-contained classrooms, right? Oftentimes our special ed kiddos get left out of these, but they are super duper creative, and this is allowing them to engage in in instruction and learning in another capacity, and that's what we want, like another capacity for our students, and this is exactly doing, you know.
Yeah, so being a STEM school, I'm curious what you think is like, what's most important with science instruction? Like if you think about, particularly with elementary students.
So with our elementary students, like the inquiry, and so this will allow them to have that and investigate, right? And so it'll allow them to elaborate and experiment. And this is what we need, because it's not just like textbook and informational text and we're just reading it to regurgitate, but we need to have those experiences for those students to investigate. So then it'll deepen their connection to the text, and in turn we'll get a return on their performance on standardized assessments as well too.
What kind of professional learning opportunities do teachers, say throughout the district currently get?
So it's limited. It's very limited. Even though like we have the math teachers teaching science, we're not being intentional about science, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's limited support there if you're in the elementary grade for science professional development, because if you're teaching math and science, you're going to focus on math because the standardized assessment is on math. But now that we're making it an intentional point, we're going to really see like students soar, not just in math, but in all areas, So the professional development that you guys will bring is going to really catapult student achievement, opportunity growth, and teach creativity as well too.
And do you think that one-on-one coaching makes a difference? Do your teachers have that opportunity?
No, currently we don't have the one-on-one opportunity. I think that's a really intentional, because people are at various professional development levels, right? And so what we're doing is providing that personal professional development, because like we want them to start where they are but don't stay there. So, and with that concept, we're having that one-on-one coaching so we can see what the needs are and best support them and really move their content knowledge of STEM, So that's a really amazing, like that's the best part, right? And then of course seeing our community invested in making sure that we have an amazing garden and different things, but that coaching is what's going to be the game changer for our school.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited too. So I appreciate you guys so much.